In this video, you'll see if we can beat the Akinator as it reads our mind, as he guesses characters from Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, Shin Sonic, and more.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Aiche. My name's Hannah and today I thought we would have a look at something that has been worrying me recently, which is kids content on YouTube. I mentioned it in my last video about Skibidi Toilet. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. Kids content has become somewhat of a bit of a problem, I think, on the site these days. And I have two channels that I would like to look at today, which kind of go into this brain rot kids content for 6-year-olds. And I'm not sure how great it is for children, and we're going to discuss that today. So if you are interested, please subscribe, and yeah, enjoy. So this is LankyBox. It has 40.1 million subscribers, and it uploads 1 hour long videos. Some of these are 20 minutes long, but most of them are like an hour long videos. Twice a day, it looks like. We've got one that's 5 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 1 hour ago, or 1 day ago even. They have 3 other channels here. They have LankyBox World, a LankyBox channel, and LankyBox EXE. I'm not sure what difference these all are. Again, we have hour-long videos. We've got a minute-long pizza song here. So why don't we start by having a look at the pizza song and seeing how incredibly amazing it is, because of course, you know, this is LankyBox. It's gonna be great. Let's have a look.
Hey everybody, me and Boxy found this deleted LankyBox video, so we're gonna upload it and put it on our channel. Are you ready? Here we go!
Okay, first of all, the voices obviously are catering towards very, very young children. They're very annoying. I don't know why we do these silly voices to kids, really. I've got to be honest. It's kind of, I guess it's like a cute thing. When you're looking at a cow dog, I guess you would do like a similar thing. But I don't know. Just speak normally to your kids. I feel like it's a little bit weird to go, but that's just me. Anyway, let's carry on with the video. Also, we have already had some merch, so I think this is something that we're going to see a lot in LankyBox's content, where we just see them shill their merch constantly. But we'll get into that.
I want a piece of pizza. I want a piece of pizza, yeah. I want a piece of pizza. I love pizza every season, yeah.
Do you know what? It's not that bad. It's kind of stupid, and it's silly, and it's a kid's song. And let's be honest, like, kids can enjoy this. It's not that bad. I guess the pizza song is not terrible. But I wanted to mainly look at the main parts of LankyBox, because many of their videos actually don't have that many views compared to the amount of like subscribers they have. They have 27k views 5 hours ago. I guess that's not too bad in 5 hours. 182k views, 106k views, 137k views. So, you know, they're not even like hitting the 1 million view mark. But let's just have a look at some of these thumbnails, man. Like, okay, we've got the Amazing Digital Circus. This is something that you'll find a lot with these kind of content farms, which is quite an issue for the industry, where they take characters and they dumb them down significantly, where they look like really awful, make them look worse. And we should always be crediting the creators. I think what the problem with this is that we kind of forget who the original creators of these things are. And like, look, you can see here that this editing is extremely just fast-paced. It's just next thing after the next, after the next, after the next, and it's just, oh, all these characters. Hey guys, remember, we've got all these characters. Look at how cool they are. And kind of how creepy they are as well. Like, why are we getting all this here where it's all very creepy? Oh, and they're showing us how they made them. Okay. One thing I have noticed here is kind of like the Mr. Beastification of content, where we have these subtitles at the bottom just coming at you, you know, and then we have the quick sound effects and the quick music.
The scariest Akinator videos you will ever see on YouTube.
In this video, you'll see if we can beat the Akinator as it reads our mind, as he guesses characters from Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, Shin Sonic, and more.
No! Wait, stick around to the end where we even complete a secret Easter egg that lets us kill the Akinator and stop him from reading our minds.
From that intro there, we kind of got a nice sense of what their content is like. It's very much in your face. It's very fast paced. It very much gears towards very, very young children. I don't know anyone over the age of like 8 years old who's watching this. I guess at the end of the day, because I was going to come into this video being like, hey, I hate all this stuff. But I guess at the end of the day, this isn't that bad. There is much worse stuff on YouTube. Again, I kind of said this in the Skibbity Toilet video. I wouldn't have my kid watching this. It is brain rot still. I still believe this is brain rot. And it is not doing justice to the people who originally made these characters. These characters aren't even for like kids shows. Just because they look colorful and stuff does not make them automatically kids characters. The shows that, like Amazing Digital Circus, for example, is in a very much adult show and deals with adult themes that kids will not understand. But apart from that, you know, the characters are these colorful creatures that they love, which is fine. To be honest, the Amazing Digital Circus is not explicit or anything. Has Been Hotel, that's kind of the other end of the spectrum, where it is definitely an adult, it's an adult cartoon, and it has very colorful characters again, but that is something that I would definitely not show my kid, you know? But here we can see, again, the Mr. Beastification, where we have lots of fast-moving images, and the text on the bottom just keeps showing blah, 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 you know. These guys are kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Their voices are annoying, and they look, well, they're in their mid-20s, they're probably older than me, so, you know, guys, hey, get that bag, you know, I guess. But at the same time, what they do tend to do a lot is shill their merchandise within their videos. So you can kind of see throughout that these guys up here, they have a little plushie with them. They're just constantly wearing the merch. And I don't think there's anything wrong with you wearing your own merch and like showing it off. I'm pretty sure there are other videos though where they're like talking about it all the time. I will try to find some videos where they kind of talk about their merch a bit more, but it actually seems that they may have changed their content up a little bit and they are leaning less on their merch, which I actually really like and I appreciate, because I was going to say that when you lean too much on your merch, especially to your very young audience, you know, the kids will be taking their mum's credit card and buying it. And, you know, you don't really want that. As a parent, you know, you need to be watching what your kid is watching and making sure that they're not using your details to buy shit. I think they've actually changed their content up a little bit since the last time I checked them out, but I remember that before they used to have a lot of like segments where they would mention like their merch, and they would say all these kind of words over and over again that relate to the child experience. So 58 million views is movies and TV shows with zero budget. Peppa Piggy. Okay, what the hell is this? This isn't even that bad. This is quite good. This is very imaginative. It's still very childlike, but actually, it's not terrible. Yeah, a lot of the more popular videos are actually a lot shorter and they're less kind of clickbait, which is interesting. So Lankybox isn't that bad, okay? I was gonna go into this being like, I hate this so much, I hate it, but it's actually not that bad. Again, like I said in the Skibbity Toilet video, if your kid is watching this, you probably don't, there's not really much of a problem here. It is, you know, content for kids. It isn't really harming them, I guess, if they're watching this in moderation. This isn't teaching them terrible things. It's just using the Mr. Beast formula and kind of instilling that sort of low-tier YouTube content to kids. And I personally would rather give my kids something a bit of higher tier thing to watch so that they can be a bit more nuanced and more critical of things. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just wouldn't give my kid this, but hey, if you want to. Anyway, the next channel that I wanted to look at was Brent Rivera. I don't know what kind of a name that is. It just sounds like Brent River. Let's have a look at this guy. He has 33.4 million subscribers, and he gets around, he gets quite a lot of views. You know, 5.4 million views in that last one 2 weeks ago, 9.6 million views. He doesn't post as much as Lankybox does, but again, he is a, you know, 20-something-year-old man making content for kids. So let's have a look at these thumbnails here to start with. As you can see, it's very much Mr. Beast-like, extreme expressions, very colourful. It's very much for kids. We have things like here, like I went on 20 dates in 20 countries. Interesting. I hired 50 real-life Barbies. We got lots of women lined up. But the worst one of all, of course, has to be I went 100 dates in 24 hours around the world, and we have lots of women in bikinis lining up to kiss this man. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that that is something that kids should watch. Let's be honest. Okay, let's have a look at some of his videos first, and then we can make a decision. So let's have a look at his newest video, which is I tested 150 illegal Amazon products.
We all know Amazon sells a lot of cool things, but some of these items should not be available. So today, I'm exposing some of the craziest, creepiest, and most dangerous products on Amazon, starting with...
So again, we have the sort of Mr. Beastification of these videos. We have the fast moving content and the big titles on the screen. It's not quite as egregious as LankyBox, but I don't know of any adults who would watch this. I tested 150 illegal Amazon products. I guess that's an interesting enough title for an adult to watch. But let's have a look at the next video, actually. This is more interesting. I exposed the world's most evil babysitters. Oh, what was that? Last to stop kissing wins $10,000. Whoa, that is a thumbnail and a half. Sorry, I just saw that. That is not something that I would be showing children.
These babysitters are so evil, they're banned from literally every website. So in order to save my subscribers, I'm gonna be exposing the babysitters to their parents in hopes of getting them fired.
So he even says to save my subscribers. So he knows his audience, right? He knows his audience are children, and that those are the people that are watching these videos. Not even just children that are young enough to have a babysitter. So, you know, people under the age of, I don't know, 11 or 12 that need a baby. I don't know when you have like babysitters. But, you know, these are the kids that are like literally watching these videos, and he knows this. He knows this. Therefore, he's making a video catered towards them. He's making his videos catered towards them. Like, you can't take away your audience from your content. You know what your audience is, and you are catering your audience towards that. So let's go back to I went on 100 dates in 24 hours around the world.
Last time, it didn't go according to plan. But this time, to make sure I find the one, we flew the girls out to my hometown in Los Angeles. And over the next 48 hours, we're going to go through some extreme love challenges, romantic fails, and emotional moments. So out of the 100 girls, I can find my future girlfriend.
Bit weird that you would be having content like this for kids. These girls are scantily clad and in bikinis and are kissing you in front of your very, you know, your child audience. And this video got 17 million views, by the way. That's more than like these other videos that we have around it. So it's clearly something that people want to watch. Let's have a look at where the spikes are in this video. Okay, there's a massive spike here. Let's see what this spike is.
That just happened.
Let's have a think about his audience and his demographic here. These are kids that are 7, 8, 9. They are not in romantic relationships at that age, and we shouldn't be pushing them to be in romantic relationships at that age. And they're the people who have gone back to this point in this video to see you snogging, well, kissing a girl. Is that something that kids should be watching? I don't know. I don't think kids should be watching this. I wouldn't show this to kids. I wouldn't go out, you know, with my boyfriend and just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna snog my boyfriend in front of all you people. You know, I'm not gonna do that. There are 17 million children watching this. I mean, you can imagine like a massive stadium, like Wembley Stadium, and it's all full. Or you can imagine like just somewhere that's like full, and you're in front of all these people on a stage, on a pedestal. You're filming this. He is literally filming this with his hand. He's like that, filming this to show 17 million children. You know, I don't know, you know? Like, it seems wrong. It seems wrong. So let's just keep that in mind then when we are looking at these videos. Brent Rivera is clearly catering towards children with the kind of Mr. Beast look and aesthetic. Mr. Beast also caters towards children. Genuine question, do you watch Mr. Beast? Like, I don't watch Mr. Beast. I have no idea really what his like stuff is, apart from that he like cures blindness and stuff. I don't know. But I can't watch stuff like this. Can you? Genuine question. If you're an adult and you watch this, why? Like, it's just too much. It's just too much. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, and then the final thing that I wanted to test. So we've kind of dipped our toes in the water of sort of kids content, and things are a little bit inappropriate for kids, a bit of brain rot. But I wanted to test this out because I've seen lots of like animated cartoon shorts for, you know, kids content, and I just wanted to see whether, you know, how people find this, and some of the stuff that I've seen is not appropriate. So let's search up something that a kid might search up. So what about Sonic? What is this? What is this? Brilliant. Okay. God. Let's start there then, shall we? That was a crazy video. Okay. This kind of reminds me of the Elsa Gate stuff. That is not something that I would have my kid watch, you know? I would not have my kid watch Shadow the Hedgehog eating Sonic and his friends. Like, that's weird, okay? And I think it borders on fetish content. But let's have a look at some other videos first. So let's bring up another character. What's another character that someone would love to watch, a kid would love to watch? Mario. Let's have a look at Mario animated. Okay, brilliant. Already, these stuff that is coming up is something.
Whee! Mario #1!
So as you can see, we have some interesting videos here that include kids' characters. That was brain rot. That was literal brain rot. I think I've had enough of watching YouTube shorts now. I think that was enough to kind of see my point about this. People use just rigged characters and make a new animation out of them, supposedly to make it like better. But it doesn't. It makes it very childlike and awful content, like that there, and I'm gonna call it vor. I am gonna call it vor. Fetish content. Why people feel the need to use kids' characters to make this kind of content is just beyond me. This kind of content is, I guess, from YouTube's perspective, it doesn't look too harmful, but from like an outsider's perspective, we can see the cracks there and why we shouldn't be allowing this kind of content on YouTube. Because things like eating each other, pregnancy is a big thing on kids' content for some reason. And I never used to understand it. I never understand it. I still don't really understand it. I don't understand why kids would even watch this. But at the end of the day, it is fetish content that is made for children with kids' characters. So it's a bit of a problem. YouTube needs to sort it out. I think these other creators need to think about what they're showing to the world and showing to kids, especially if their like demographic is children. Brent Rivera, for example, he needs to think about, you know, is this appropriate for my child audience? And these animators as well. Is this appropriate for the audience that is going to watch this video? Is this video of Princess Peach getting pregnant appropriate to children? Because they're the people that are going to watch this. I beg to differ that any adult is really watching this unironically. It just seems that like this is kind of the next generation of the Elsagate saga, and it doesn't feel like it's going to go away. I ask you to report these videos, maybe not like the more softcore ones. I would rather just like I think these creators just need to think about things a little bit more before they do it. And obviously they're doing it for money and kids want to watch this stuff, but that doesn't mean we should be showing kids these stuff. And this kind of just brings it back to showing your kids, you know, good things to watch and watching what your kids watch, because things like this can be kind of harmful. I've heard stories of people who used to watch things like Elsa Gates and then they would gain like a vor fetish or like a fat fetish, like the thing where like an eating thing. But there are several videos on the site which is of characters like the Amazing Digital Circus characters Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel characters, weirdly enough, that are being sexualized. They have, you know, massive tits. A lot of Pomni pictures have massive tits, and it's not appropriate. That is not how the character is like drawn, is written. They are not meant to be sexualized. And in my personal opinion, I don't think we should be sexualizing these characters. And especially when they're kids' characters. You know, kids will watch this kind of content and then they will think of these people in this sexual way, when really we don't want to be doing that, you know? Want kids to be kids. And in my opinion, kids should not be watching porn or fetish content. And definitely not women in bikinis, you know, and animated characters with massive boobs. And at the same time, brain rot as well. I think it is all not brilliant content for kids, and you should be watching what your kids is watching and just helping to navigate them around that. Today, I just wanted to have a look at the children's side of YouTube and just see how corrupt it is. So I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye bye.